Well, hi there. I'm Ted Cushion. I am the footwear buyer for Gazelle Sports, and today we're going to talk a little bit about your training shoes. We are about 15 weeks into your training right now, so many of you are going to be right in that 300-mile range for where your shoes are, and that's about the time that you want to start thinking about replacing your running shoes. There's a lot of signs you can look for when it's time to replace them to know if they're worn out or not. Doesn't mean you have to throw these shoes away. It's just, if it's still your everyday shoe, it's probably something that's could lead to an injury down the road. Signs to look for in the shoes. Here. These are obviously brand new shoes, but when you bend your shoe, if it starts to be really easy to bend, it's just like a noodle in your hand, and it wasn't that way when you got it, there's a good chance that it's starting to break down. Other things you can see, when you bend it, you'll see a lot of wrinkling right through the forefoot. That wrinkling is a good sign that midsole's been stressed quite a bit, and it's probably time to replace those. Other things to look for, if you're starting to feel the road through the shoes, so you start to feel every little pebble, that is also a sign that midsole is really breaking down, that it's not able to give you the protection that you're probably going to need. And then, obvious signs, if your legs start to really hurt on runs that they weren't hurting on, several weeks ago, also a sign that it's probably time to get in and look at some other running shoes. So, a couple other things happen. As you get into these longer runs, you may find that the shoe that you started with for just the shorter stuff, 3-4 miles, now once your legs really get fatigued because you're up to 10, 11, 12, up to 20 possibly at the end of your training, you may find that you need more stability, that your muscles just don't have it at that distance. So you may find that you need to even change the type of shoe. Certainly if you have a shoe that's worked great for you, you're absolutely in love with it, don't mess that up. Get the same shoe again. You don't want to break something new in right before the race. But if you do need to try something else, that's totally fine too. Go into a run specialty store like Gazelle Sports, and the staff will be glad to help you get in the right shoe for you. I did grab a shoe. I'll show you here. This is one of the new shoes we just got in. This is the Nike Lunar Glide 7. Lunar Glide's been a great shoe for us for several years, and as I mentioned, some of you may find that you need more stability later on in your runs. This is a great shoe for that person. One, it's got just an amazing fit in the upper. You have a fly knit heel and midfoot. The fly knit material, it's actually a knit upper, so it's actually one continuous thread knit. And what it does, it gives you an amazing fit, right? Depending on the shape of your foot, it's going to fit the contours of the foot extremely well. It's also extremely durable, which is nice to have in a high mileage training shoe. The forefoot is called engineered fly mesh, okay, and that is similar to the fly knit, but it's a little more open and breathable. So it's hot days. We're still going to get lots of hot days the rest of August here into September. We still have a real breathable forefoot that's going to help keep that foot cool, prevent blisters, things like that. But the real science behind this shoe, which is kind of interesting, is the dynamic support piece. So the way Nike does support is they actually build a wedge. You can kind of see it here. I'll try and hold it up. You can see the two different colors and how that's at an angle. What that does, as your foot needs more stability and begins to roll in, you have more available to you. So it's a great shoe in that it feels really soft, like your favorite cushion shoes, but as your muscles begin to fatigue, you start to lose your form a little bit, you have that added support. As the foot starts to roll in, you have that protection available to you. So great high mileage training shoe at 125 bucks. It's been a very durable shoe, and a shoe that we've definitely relied on to be a workhorse for us for many years now.